Yo, guys. What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna talk to you about something I've been reading about and I've been studying this past few days, and it kept repeating itself, and it's a very interesting idea that I wanted to share with you. I think it's gonna help you a lot in dealing with life in general and achieving your goals in a much faster, calmer way. So it's all about perspective. The idea is about perspective. And the thing is, when we hit a roadblock, when we hit adversity, something bad happens, something unfortunate happens, we as humans, if it happens to somebody else, we often say to the person, things happen or shit happens, it's life, move on, you live and you learn. And we take it lightly, and that's the correct thing to do, because that's how it is. With most things, we move on, we learn from it, we move on. But at the same time, that's the perspective, that's the energy that should be given to the subject, to the adversity, and that's the correct advice to give to the person. And by saying that to the person, we make it easy for him to actually shake it off and move on. But the thing is, the funny part is, when it happens to us, when it's about us, we tend to make such a big deal of everything that happens to us, and we tend to self-sabotage ourselves in a manner that keeps us down, makes us feel bad and think negatively about ourselves and self-sabotage. It's funny that we do that, okay? So when it comes to somebody else, we make it light, we make it, because we want to help the person. Come on, it happens, shit happens, move on, let's go. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. But when it comes to us, like, it's doomsday. It's like, fuck, you feel low and you feel down and you feel stupid. And that's funny. So just have that in mind. Have that in mind and understand that when something happens to you, how would you react to it if it happened to a friend of yours and you wanted to talk to your friend of yours about this situation, and you wanted to support him in this period, this harsh period that he's going through? What would you say to him? Just remember that when something hits you, something bad hits you, or when you are in a tough situation, remember that. Remember how would you advise your friend, and advise yourself in the same manner. Don't let your demons make you feel worse, make you go down in energy, and trap you in that loophole of negative thinking and negative energy, okay? That's the first thing. Number two, we need to start putting things in the right perspective. And often when we have a problem, we focus on that specific problem, we focus on it, and our focus goes on it, and we only see the problem, we only can think of that. And what happens is that we make it so big. We give it so much power, we make it so big to the degree that the only thing we think about in that moment is that problem. We give it energy, and whatever you give focus to, you give energy to as well, and it grows, and it becomes the dominant thing, the dominant thought of your life in that period, and you make your life miserable, and you make it harder than what it is. But if you look at things from a different perspective, if you imagine if you were a bird and you would fly high in the sky and you would look at everything from down, and now you're high in the sky, okay, and you're looking at everything down, what would you see? What are you looking at? What do you see? You see a bunch of people, a lot of people dealing with life, and you see that everyone or a lot of these people are dealing with issues similar to yours. Some are dealing with issues that are more difficult than yours. And if you keep looking, at some point, that problem that you have, it starts losing power. It's not anymore that giant, that demon, that scary thing that you have to go through. And it's like just another thing that another human being on this planet is going through. Not a big deal, okay? It's life. It's part of life. So this is called the bird's eye perspective. When you look from high, from above, and you look at everything in the scope of all things that are going on, your problem is nothing. Okay, so don't give it so much energy. When you look at it from this perspective, you stop giving it energy that you're giving it to it at this moment. And when you withdraw energy from it, you take your power back. And now you can focus your energy on what? You can focus your thinking on what? On finding the solution, on moving on growing, on understanding the lesson and growing forward. Okay? So it's about changing perspective. It's very important. You guys, we make out of this a big deal because we are trapped in our little box of thinking. We think that whatever we're dealing with is it's the most important thing on earth. You guys need to remember that we are on a little ball hanging in the middle of space, and we can't even see what's around us. Really, we can only see to a certain degree what's around us. We don't even know if there is a rock coming towards us to blow this planet. Like, we have literally no control. So relax, chill. It's not a big deal. Just remember, you're in the middle of space. You're in the middle of darkness in a little spinning ball over there, and just your problems are not that big. So chill. Don't give it so much energy. Don't try to control what you can't control. Relax, work with it, and move on. Remember these two perspectives, the bird's eye perspective and the other person's perspective, okay? And that will make your life easier when you're dealing with situations, okay? That way you can start focusing on the right things, focusing on developing yourself, on becoming stronger, and studying is part of it, okay? But when you study, when you read books, you start getting these gems and these, like you could say, tactics, mental tactics, this change of perspective that actually gives you a certain peace of mind. It gives you ease, and you are no longer in that negative state, that negative vibration that you could be in when you're dealing with issues. And now you can start running again and keep moving, shoot towards your goal. Okay, guys, stay strong, work on you. If something is going to change, it's gonna happen because you have changed, not because the outside world has decided to change. Okay, not because of the politicians, not because of the new president, not because of the old president, not because of this guy, that guy. You are going to make it happen. You are responsible, okay, for becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more skilled, more resilient, having more confidence, more faith, spiritually connected to God. That will give you strength, that will keep you moving towards your goals no matter what. And I'm talking to you, and I'm not free from, my life is not free from problems. I got a lot of challenges as well, a lot of challenges. And that's great. That's great because I know that this is my training ground. Okay, life is my training ground. These problems are coming to make me stronger. And each time I overcome one of these, whether it's a mental problem, financial problem, health problem, relationship problem, whatever, different type of issues, I feel good because I overcome that shit, and I know more will come, and I will keep getting stronger, getting wiser, and that will lead ultimately to me creating a better life and influencing my people, my students, my family in a better way. Guys, okay, this was the idea, guys. Stay safe, stay strong, and see you in the next one. Make sure you're working out. Let's go.